Hello, hi, and welcome to my August bullet journal setup. So, these past several months, my bullet journal theme have been haikyu related, and this one is going to be haikyu related too, and will probably be the last haikyu theme I will have because the manga ended and I was absolutely devastated. But all good things come to an end, right? How do people do voiceovers? I can't do this. So my bullet journal, I usually just make a monthly calendar on one side, and then the other side I leave blank to just fill out as a to-do list as I go. So right now you see me making the monthly calendar for August, and since there should be 6 rows, but since my bullet journal could only fit 5, I just end up splitting a box to make it fit all 31 days of the month. And now I am cutting up haikyu manga panels because these panels are from the final arc in the manga, and it just felt very appropriate to finish off my haikyu manga theme for the bullet journal to be from the final arc in the manga. And surprisingly, I started off my haikyu bullet journal themes with Karasuno, and I ended it with a Karasuno theme too, so I thought that was pretty cool. And I spent at least 20 minutes cutting these out because I try to be really precise with my cuts for these manga panels, because if I don't want to cut off Kageyama's arm or accidentally cut off Hinata's head or something. So I take my time with this. This clip was initially I think 30 minutes long, but I sped it up 10 times. So for certain parts of the manga panels, I like to use an X-Acto knife to cut it out because, like I said earlier, I like it to look precise, and it ends up looking really nice in my bullet journal. And here I am cutting out Hinata, about to spike the ball, and Kageyama's trying to block it. And this scene made me cry when I read it. I just get so attached to all the characters in haikyu, and I never thought I'd be so attached to characters in a sports manga or anime. But Furudate did an amazing job with haikyu, and honestly, thank you for the past 8 years. He truly has the mind of a mastermind. And can we just talk about Hinata's character growth in the manga? Because honestly, every time I look at time skip Hinata, I want to cry because of how far he's come. And this is another very emotional scene in the last chapter of the manga where Hinata and Kageyama fist bump, and it was just such a beautiful moment. Come on, they're high school. Well, I know what, I'm just not gonna try to spoil it for anyone, but yeah, this is a very, very beautiful scene. And I actually contemplated on whether or not I wanted to continue my haikyu bullet journal theme, because I did it for 3 schools, and I was like, oh, should I do one for Alba Josai? And then a lot of people were like, yeah, it's really cute, so I'm like, okay, I'll do it. And then we found out that the manga was ending, and I was like, oh no. And then I guess it was good that I continued the theme, because now I get to finish it off while the manga ended. At this point, I just realized that I'm just talking about haikyu instead of what I'm doing for my bullet journal, but I mean, it's pretty self-explanatory if you just watch what I do, right? I usually like to have a lot of space on my to-do list side of the bullet journal because usually it takes up the entire page, but since it's August and I'm on summer break, I probably won't be using it that much, so I just completely blew up the manga panel so it would take up more space on the to-do list side. And now I am making the label for August, and I tried writing the Chinese characters for August, but since the gel pen was a little too fat, it made the Chinese characters look a little wonky. But you know, I'm just filling out the days of the month, and yeah, that's pretty much it. And if you're still here, thank you so much for like watching it all the way and listening to me rant about haikyu, because I could go on forever about haikyu. And I love you and appreciate you and hope you have an amazing day or night or afternoon.